Okay, I got my last question for you. I know you said you got the book out. Are you coming out with a documentary? Do you have any other
Actually,
projects?
I'm glad you said that. Yesterday we was with the Father Hip Hop Award Show Sunday. You can look on my Facebook page because I barely seldom do social media, but I got a Facebook page, Instagram, and every now and then. But we got some flicks up here. And we have a documentary which we debuted in our filming called The World Epidemic, Senseless Gun Violence, Freeway Rig, Ice T, uh, Trey D, Rated X, Spice One, uh, Coach, Melvin Farmer, Big T, who it's a whole gang of Justified, uh, 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 what else we had? It's just like uh, the Mexican mafias that played in the movie Training Day, those actors that played the scene where they was torturing them in Training Day, they're involved. So we have a documentary coming out uh, called The World uh, Epidemic. But also, I'm with Hollow Vision Film and Production. Uh, I have a young man that I'm managing named Amari McWright. And if you're into videography or need a cameraman, weddings and stuff, and you're in the Houston area or anywhere, and you want to film, we edit, we do all that. So we're starting our own production, Hollow Vision Film and Production, along with this young lady named Angela Williams. And we'll be starting to produce our own. I'm going to open up a YouTube channel to where we're going to get guests that most of them wouldn't even appear on other shows because once they go on these shows, what you've been hearing ain't going to be the same what you hear from these guys because they very seldom, very seldom speak their heads out publicly. And so I think this show that I'm going to start will give a different perspective to where you can really hear about the past, about what was going on here. And it's really nothing to be glamorized at all. I don't never get on and glamorize or help emulate or force somebody to do this. Because a lot of times I'm asked to go on shows, Gangster Chronicle, Vlad TV, all of them. And usually I tell them, well, I'm going to bring somebody with me because most people only ask about the gangs and this and that. Most people didn't know I was the number one ranked basketball player at 14, 15, 16. Played high school, light out of jail to play. And nobody ever asked, well, Melvin, what made you do that? I loved it, the streets over the courts. I chose the corner over the courts. But I was an athlete growing up. Quite a few of my friends that made it to the pros, retired. I got some youth now that I train in sports that are D1 players. So it's another side to me, but usually everybody want to hear that part of it. And then they say, oh, Melvin, this. But at the end of the day, let the records reflect. I don't get up here to brag. I can tell a lot of stories that I heard a lot of people. I promise. So I don't really like talking about me and my past, but I do it because it's part of history. But as far as me, I don't care if I ever get asked or on TV again. All I want to do is work, come home, and chill out in these golden with the ability to move around in my community freely, which I can't do now. So there is no retirement in LA. Every race has an organization that would kill us because of the color of our skin. But in LA, they only kill you because of the areas that you stay in. Your head got to be on the swivel. There is no retirement like you could be in Texas, New York, and you can say you through with it. That ain't how this go here. That is not how this going. And it's sad. You can't walk north, south, east, or west freely. One of them areas you ain't gonna be able to go to because right across the street you got a rival gang. So some on the west, you got the hundreds. On the south, you got the hundreds, one block over. On the east, on the north, you got the rolling 60s, 2 or 3 blocks over. Heading east, you got the Hoovers, so we allies. Then you had the Inglewood family heading west. So at one time, Hoovers and gangsters were together, still are, but we couldn't go to them other three. We couldn't go north, west, or south, 10 blocks because of the terrain. So it ain't no glamorous life like you see on TV where it's 48 hours and the show over. Oh, no, 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 no. This show never, not here in Los Angeles. Nobody does it like Los Angeles, Compton, Washington, LA County. Nobody. Until you really came and experienced this, you'll get a rude awakening. It ain't glamorous at all. It ain't what you see on television. Then they sit up here with these images getting paid off the blood of these people that are dying in the streets.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you again, King. You got the documentary coming out, you got the book coming out, you got the videography business. Do you have a nonprofit? Have you thought about starting a nonprofit organization?
Well, they hate on me so much here, the politicians, because they don't offer me, but I won't play the game and be a sellout. So I'm probably going to start one, uh, probably the National Alliance for Positive Action, which I had before, which I could regenerate, and probably the Global Youth Network, which I have, and I'm gonna just get them to start putting it together. And also, I'm going to be, I'm on the other programs where they have intervention, prevention, and things of this nature. Like I'm going to be put on the board for this foster care, where I probably end up getting paid because they have a grant. I'm on the board of Cancun Youth Mixed Martial Arts. I'm a credible messenger, certified, the first one west of the Mississippi. I'm with Rude Camp. I'm with a lot, several organizations, but me personally, I haven't created a 501(c) or program here because I know here in LA, they're not going to give me the money because I don't play the game with them. That's why I'm not working here. Politicians blackball because I know what time it is out here. This is one of the most corrupt cities since Al Capone. They're getting indicted left and right, and they practice nepotism, where you'll see the father, then the son, then the grandson, and it's a perpetual state of chaos, unorganized chaos. And when you're trying to change a community, it starts with the local elected officials with these fundings. And it's like when you were selling dope, and the dope start off good at the top. By the time it don't been cut and everything else it gets to you, it ain't nothing but trash. And that's what happened. They have the fundings, then they chop and take their cut, somebody else take their cut. And then when it comes down here, it's nothing for those at the bottom. And in fact, a lot of times it's not going to those that are capable of making change. And those that have no vested interest in this community are getting paid off the blood of others. So to answer the question, no, I haven't started one here, but I'm going to crank up one probably in Texas, where I do. We got a studio down there. We probably start doing things like that on a national
Okay.
where I can get federal funding as opposed to state
Okay, okay. Well, it's been an honor, King. I want to thank you again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been another episode of Taye Speaks. So until next time, family, peace.
funding. Oh, peace, man. I hope I did you justice.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.